Chainsaw Man movie, the Rize arc, is incredible. Absolute cinema, bro. Absolute cinema. There's no other way to say it. Story wise, I think is the best movie this year. Story wise. Now this is recency bias talking, because I did watch the movie twice, and yeah, man, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So I'm gonna be doing 2 reviews / analyses, I guess you could say. I'm doing one, a non-spoiler review, which is not going to be that in-depth. It's going to be just kind of general things I like about the movie. And then I'm going to be doing a spoiler review / analysis, where I talk about basically everything I love about the movie in as much detail as I possibly can. Thank you so much for watching this video. If that's all you wanted to hear, just what I liked about, what I think about the movie, is great. For those who want to stick around and hear me yap, let's get right on into it. Listen. Okay, so start things off. Animation, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, Studio Mappa does it again, and honestly, are we even surprised at this point? It's Studio Mappa. I mean, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, what else? Oh, Hell's Paradise. Just stellar animation, and I dare say they outdid themselves with this. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, the fight scenes are incredible. Just the visual feedback you get, like just how they do things, the expressiveness of the characters, the slight little movements that they do, like just to make it seem like a little bit more human rather than, just stiff motions. It's like it almost feels like it's rotoscoped. Like that's how crazy good the animation is. It's like a real person, but still anime eyes. You know what I mean? No. So yeah, animation absolutely sterile. Animation absolutely stellar, and also the soundtrack, phenomenal. I mean, the soundtrack with the animation and the direction of this film, legitimately, it almost brought me to tears, which is rare for a movie to almost bring me to tears, especially after the end of the movie where everything's recontextualized and everything like that, and you really get the full scope of the story and what these individual moments really meant to these characters. And also, I think my favorite song is in the pool. Is in a particular scene where the 2 characters are in a pool, kind of self-explanatory, and I think that is the most perfect song for that moment. And then it comes back as sort of like a remix near the end of the film. I love it so much. I've been playing that on repeat because it's such a great song, and I'm going to get more into why I like it in the spoiler part of the review. But story-wise, the story is definitely a romance film. Just letting people know that now. And you also do need to, of course, watch the anime before you get into it. And I feel like that's not a slight against the movie, because if you're gonna watch a film that's a continuation of something, make sure you watch the thing that came before that. The movie shouldn't have to spend time explaining itself to you and spend its very limited runtime on catching everybody up. You should at least have the basic knowledge of what's going on, because that's all you need. You don't need to know every single detail about the movie. Just know what happened before it. Okay, because some people criticize like, oh, it's not for people who don't know Chainsaw Man to get into Chainsaw Man. No, it's not, and it doesn't have to be, and shouldn't be. That was a little side tangent there, but yeah. So yeah, the story is a romance story. That's the entire like main focus of the film, is the romance between Denji and Rize. I will say that. I won't say too much, but I will say that is the main driving focus. But there is a side story in there that, you can really take it or leave it. It does give a little bit of context to one of the characters and how he's grown so far in the film. Not in the film, but just in the story throughout. But it is really side. It's not crazy important. They kind of just get in there. They just happen to be there, I guess. But yeah, overall, truthfully, just phenomenal film. Anybody, if you like Chainsaw Man, you'll love this film. If you like animation, you'll love this film. If you like tragic romance stories, you'll definitely love this film. I think it does it best. This movie has my favorite scene of all time, one of my most favorite movie scenes of all time, which is the pool scene, which I'm gonna have a whole section just committed to just gushing about the pool scene. Like, it's incredible, it's amazing, I love it so much. But yeah, overall, I really think I'd give it like, I know this is recency bias, but I think I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I mean, the voice actors, they did their thing. Now, crucify me, but I did watch it in dub. Yeah, but I know. My hands, do it. I'm ready. But I think they did such a great job with the English voice actors did such a great job. Their performances were incredible, and I don't think I've missed any emotion from the scenes, because the direction is so good. Like, it just, no matter what language, well, the voice actors still do a good job, but like, I really think just like, no matter what language, it's just the direction of the scenes were just so perfectly executed that you still get the original message. You still understand what's happening. You're not missing anything in translation, in my opinion. But yeah, that was my brief sort of non-spoiler review. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to do a non-spoiler review without kind of walking on eggshells. I can't really talk about it as much as I want to, so that's why I'm doing a non-spoiler review. So we're about to get into that, and if you haven't watched the movie, watch the movie right now. It's such a great experience. I can't emphasize that enough. It's such a great experience, and yeah, come back to this video when you're done, and to tell me what you think about it. I think it's amazing. Alright, so if you're still here, I'm assuming that you've watched the movie or read the manga, so you already knows what happens in the story. Y'all are here, so let's just get into it. Okay, so the movie starts off with this like dream sequence that, truth be told, I have no clue what it means, what it has to do with the story, something like that. I know it has something to do with Pochita, I think. But yeah, I have no clue what it was talking about, or maybe it's just because I need to catch up on the anime again. But I have no clue what it was talking about, so I have no real comments on it except for visually it looked good. So obviously you have Iris Out, which is an absolute banger. I mean, I was doing my little seat scooch dancing to it because it was actually real good. I already know, had a nice warm spot in my playlist, already ready for it. So it's a great banger. I think Japanese like music is now starting to become mainstream with the popularity of anime nowadays. That more Japanese artists are getting to an American audience now, which is obviously great because they do such amazing work, and these animes are such a great way for these new talents, or not, I should say new, but these talented people to get their music out to a wider audience, like Creepy Nuts, because Creepy Nuts they're really killing it right now, and a few others I can't name off the top of my head, but they are also in my playlist. That's a tangent. I love music. Y'all gotta get used to it. I love music. I'm gonna gush about music all the time. So yeah, we get to the intro, yada yada yada. Then we get to the movie marathon scene, which first off, I'm gonna let y'all know I don't like Makima because it's so obvious that she's manipulating him. It's so obvious because she knows, like, Denji, all he wants is the bare minimum. All he wants is the bare minimum, and the movie kind of highlights that, like, he just wants like 3 meals a day, warm bed, and, you know what I'm saying, a girl by his side. That's all he wants. He literally wants the bare minimum. That is legit. That's all he wants. And Makima is obviously taking advantage of that. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Makima, she has to be some sort of like devil, bro. She is not human. It's not a human, bro. It's not a human. Legitimately, that's not. She can't be a human. I refuse to believe that she's a human. And honestly, she's the ops. So yeah, I'm more of a power fan, anyways. To be honest. Yeah, getting back into it. Yeah, so they have the little movie marathon scene, and then Denji's inner turmoil gets exposed to, like, he's kind of like, hey, do I even have a heart? And he needs other people to validate for him, because obviously growing up, all he had was Pochita, and like, well, a chainsaw dog is great, but for validation, you know what I mean, it's not the greatest. So after Makima, a grown woman, by the way, quote unquote, absolutely grooms Genji, bro, Denji into like being so in love with her, you know, keeping that leash tight around his neck. And then we get introduced to the titular character of this movie, Rize. And I love Rize's design. It's so well done, and very much accurate to how it was portrayed in the manga, because I did read the manga for this one arc, and I want to stay in anime only because I love how the anime is going. And honestly, a good adaptation just elevates far, like it reaches farther heights than a manga could, if it's done right, of course, in my opinion. But yeah, Rize's done so well, and I like their super awkward interaction where Denji throws up a flower, and she was just cool with it. And it's obvious she's trying to manipulate him too, because it's just like, she's just like, oh my god, you're so interesting, you're so cool, and hey, meet me at my cafe. And then Denji beats her to the cafe, and she's just like, oh my god, you're so sweet, like, oh my god, you're so cute, like, oh my god, like, it's obvious that she's manipulating this guy. It's so obvious that she is. But of course, Denji being Denji, poor boy, he falls for it immediately. And I like the conversation they have at I guess their second or seventh interaction with him visiting the cafe at his lunchtime. And they talk about how Denji starts off by saying, like, hey, why are you doing schoolwork while you're on the clock? And Rize was like, well, why are you working instead of going to school? That's weird. Which it is. Denji is a teenage boy. Normally teenagers are supposed to be studying for exams, or, you know what I mean, like going to their part-time job, like not full-time job, part-time job, going to the part-time job, or hanging out with friends. Like Denji, he literally sacrificed his life hunting demons, and he kind of had no choice because I'm pretty sure Makima threatened him either become a demon hunter or like die. So it's like he he never really had the chance to have a normal life. He never got that chance. His life has always been chaotic, and he was always in danger, and his conditions, honestly, now his conditions are a lot better than when he was a kid. They talk about that. That's like a interesting point that they really try to highlight. Like, hey, Denji didn't get to live a normal life. He doesn't get to, even in this chaotic universe where demons and devils are just out here attacking the city, even then people still live like normal lives, like, you know, going to school, going to work, going to part-time job, going to the club, school festival, all that stuff. Denji never gets to experience that. And throughout these, like, I guess like 30 minutes of them just hanging out, then going to the school after dark, and him being in the classroom, like, he just like really like admits that, man, if I was with you, Rize, I really wish I could have gone to school, you know what I mean? And I like how Rize also just understands, like, wow, you never got to live a normal life. And at the end of the scene, when we find out that she is like basically like Black Widow or something, that she never got to live a normal life either, even at the end of the film, which is probably one of my favorite lines, how she never got to go to school either. So it kind of like just highlights the true tragedy of these characters' lives. Like, wow, they were robbed of their innocence. They were robbed of that sort of freedom. And then, you know, a little flirting ensues. You know, they're basically role-playing what school life would be like, and they're just enjoying each other's presence. And I just really like these scenes, because it's like, even though in my mind while I was watching the film, I was like, okay, she's still definitely manipulating him, because obviously Denji is like the most important character because he's the chainsaw devil. He's Chainsaw Man. Yeah. Roll credits. I'm sorry, don't roll credits. But he's a Chainsaw Man. So it's like, okay, it's like kind of obvious he's still manipulating him, but it's just like, why didn't he make it a move? Why didn't she make a, like, any sort of like move, like to, like, you know, kill him yet? But then we get to the pool scene, and boy. Let me tell you something. This is gonna have a whole different section, man. Man, roll the thing. So the pool scene is my most favorite scene, because after you finish the movie and you know what these characters have been through, it is so tragic. And the music, oh my god, the music, bro, In the Pool has to be like my most favorite movie OST of the year, dog. Of the year. Like, it's like, I think I'm putting that over Your Idol from K-Pop Demon Hunters. That's just how much I love it, because it fits so perfectly within the context of everything that's going on. Because, you know, everybody who's watched the film, you know that they are skinny dipping. They're skinny dipping in the pool. And I like how the scene isn't played off for any type of perverted or ecchi scene. You know, is not sexual. It's more beautiful than sexual, because it's something that teenagers do, like skinny dipping. That's sort of like, you know, just in the moment type of thing that you do as a teenager. And it's, oh my god, it is just so beautiful. The animation of them just enjoying each other's presence, enjoying this short moment of true freedom, getting to experience what being a teenager is, besides them living their lives as a demon hunter or anime Black Widow with a warhead on her head. They really got to experience what it felt like to be normal people, like normal teenagers. them skinny dipping, and I love how it's not sexual. I love how it's just a beautiful moment between these two, and it really hooks you into their relationship. It really does. That's when I was like, man, I want these two to get together, because it is so beautiful. But I also like the little detail that, you know, the butterfly caught in the spider's web, which is also just showing like, hey, this is still a trap for Denji. But I really, and it was contextualized like, hey, these are genuine moments. She's not doing this to harm Denji. She genuinely likes Denji at this point, and her feelings, her romantic feelings, they're actually genuine. And it's just like the music, the animation, it is just incredible. Like, that's a scene. And the music being so hopeful in like also in a tragic way, because there's parts in the song where it just sounds sad, but then it sounds like a summer romance. Really, it's like a summer romance, because I think it was in summer, like in universe. But it's just like how it was set up, like it's such a happy time for them. They're having so much fun, but yet deep down, you know, and the music knows, and the music is telling you that this is a tragic thing, because this is a fleeting moment. They won't be able to have this consistently, because one, Rize is a Russian spy and Denji is a devil hunter. He's tied to his job, and they show that in the next scene when they go to the the festival, right? But yes, the pool scene, the highlight of the movie, the best scene, and I will stand by that. It's the best scene, bro. It's the best scene. Even when Denji says, if I jump in, my heart will jump in it too. Just like, he's a lover boy, and that's what's so sad about it, because you know that this is fleeting. You know that they're gonna end up on different sides. You know they're on different sides. and man, it's just like, that scene lives rent free in my head, and it's so amazing. Like, everybody who was involved with this movie, and especially that scene, like the director needs to clap it up. Let's just clap it up, because man, that scene, it's like the perfect scene. Everything, that's the web and the spider, the butterfly, the nudity that was used tasteful nudity. I love it. The music, the animation, it's all just beautiful. And then, oh man, it's just incredible. I could go on and on and on about this. It is just so good. I may just make a separate video about that pool scene, because I just love it. It lives rent free in my head. So besides that, though, besides me gushing about that, then we get into sort of like a psychological sort of like question. Would you rather be the country mouse or the city mouse? And this is where the sort of divide between Rize and Denji starts to kind of make itself known. Denji would be the city mouse, the mouse that even if he's in danger, he'll enjoy the good food. Which, so just like, hey, Denji just wants to enjoy his time on this earth. He's not so simple-minded, I guess you could say. Well, he is kind of simple-minded, but he wants to enjoy his time on earth. And Rize says she'd rather be the country mouse, a mouse that she can live that normal life. She can, just enjoy the simple pleasures of life, which, knowing what she is, the Russian spy, and the like at the beginning of the movie, the ending of the movie, we find out that she is a Russian spy on some Black Widow stuff. So, just like Denji, she's lived a life of nothing but pain and danger. So, but she would rather a simple life, whereas Denji, he's kind of made peace that his life is always going to be chaotic anyway, so you might as well enjoy it. So I think that's where that original divide comes into play, and it does get brought back up when Rize asked Denji to run away with her. And this was, I will say, this was a genuine proposition for from Rize. She was being genuine. If Denji would have said yes in that moment, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have gone along with her plan to kill Denji. I'm pretty sure she would have genuinely just ran away with this man. But Denji, being a city mouse, he was like, well, I get 3 meals a day, you know what I'm saying? I get a warm bed. Things are looking good for me at work. And then, Makima still got this man short leash. I'm telling you, bro, she is not human. She's not a human. She's not like one of us. She's weird. But yeah, see. And then Rize understands this. Rize was like, okay, so there's somebody else, which is the right assumption to make, because she was correct. There was somebody else. And that's when Rize was just like, dang, so I guess we won't work. And then she reverts back to factory settings, and then we get into the action where she bites off his tongue, which that scene was so intense. And it was just like, oh shoot, this man really about to die, because Denji couldn't do anything. He was even yanking his little, what do they call it? It's a crazy motion, but what do they call that? The starter? I don't know. He was doing this, bro. You know what I mean. He was, he couldn't even activate his devil powers. The Rever. Yeah, the Rever, I think. I don't know. He couldn't even activate his devil powers. It was such a tense scene, and she even kisses him again, which just like, I think that was like her trying to abandon her emotions for him. She was like, okay, let me get this last one in. All right, we out. And so, the action ensues. My boy Beam, such a legend. Beam pulls up. He's the newest character of the series, the Shark Fiend. He pulls up. He saves him, right? And I haven't mentioned this, but we do have a side arc here. It's not really an arc per se, but we do have with Aki and the Angel Devil. We do get a little side story with them. No, it's not too important, but I do like during the final battle, Aki does risk his life to save the Angel Devil by touching his hand. And I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that Aki, he's tired of seeing people die, especially because he knows he's gonna die soon, and he doesn't want people to die in front of him. He was even like, hey man, if you want to die, do it far away from me, man. I don't want to see that anymore. And it's really like building upon like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He this is affecting him too. Even though he likes to play it low key, all these events are affecting him too. And he doesn't even want to die, but he knows eventually, like, yeah, he's probably gonna die too. He's most definitely gonna die. And they're really giving him death signs. And honestly, Chainsaw Man does not seem like the type of series that will, keep characters around. Like, I'm pretty sure they'll kill off a character if they need to. Unfortunately, but fortunately, because that does make a good story. But we're getting right back into it. The action scenes are so good, and they expand so beautifully from what the manga does. Because I think the manga, the fight scene, I think only lasted for like a chapter or two. Like, it was very brief. It was over kind of quick. But in the movie, it is just expanded upon so much. Rize's devil design is so cool. The fact, like all of the devil designs are just so great. They are so like creative, and they got a nice like flow to it, and it all makes sense, and it looks so good. Like, these are the embodiments of the fear that people have of these things, and it just looks so good. And I like the little like tassel that's like in the front, like the little whatchamacallit thing. Kind of looks like a thing Samurai wore. That's like probably my favorite part of the design. And her fighting style is so cool too. It's like Bakugo. Like, Bakugo and her are really carrying the explosion power genre right now. They're really doing their thing, man. The whole scene was just incredible, and I like the fact that Rize was still speaking genuinely to Denji, like, hey, like, my feelings weren't fake, or maybe that wasn't genuine, maybe that was legit, just her back to default settings trying to like catch Denji off guard. Maybe not, but she does say like, wow. So Makima, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but there's like a trash people out, I think, but she was like, wow, Makima really got her claws into you, huh? So I guess there was no point of trying to run away with you. So I think that was genuine, truth be told. And it's just so sad because she genuinely liked Denji. You know, I really think they would have been so happy together. But as I said, tragedy, their lives just, they can't live a normal life together. It's just not in the cards for them. Their lives are, unfortunately, it's their destiny to be weapons, because they're both weapons for other people. They're both just being used, unfortunately. But yeah, we get into the fight. The fight is absolutely incredible, and there's just not much to say. It's just incredible. That I love how destructive it is. I love city destruction because it just like it like makes me cringe, because it's like, oh my god, somebody's gonna have to rebuild that. You know what I mean? So I do like how they expanded on that fight between those two, because I think in the manga was kind of like short. She kind of dies off, I think, and you know, it wasn't really that big of a deal. The main fight was between Rize and Denji and Beam, because he was riding Beam as like a little horse, a little shark horse or something like that. And I like near the end of like the final like exchange between Rize and Denji was like, hey, if you really wanted to kill me, why didn't you just kill me at first? And Rize does repeat this. She's like, why didn't I kill him at first? And I think it's just, at the very beginning, she just wasn't used to somebody showing her kindness, because all she knew was whatever training she had in Russia, or the Soviet Union, I should say. And it's such a great detail that she didn't even like answer that, because she knew that, like, yeah, he's right. Why didn't I just go after him? Because she obviously could, because it's obvious that she is stronger than Denji, even with Denji getting some blood in. It's obvious that he's stronger. I mean, she's stronger. But Denji does pull a good little play at the end, putting her into the water, which is such a tragic recall to how their initial interaction that was in water was something that was happy, something to where they can be free, where they can be, you know, teenagers enjoying life, enjoying each other. And now in this little what's it called, in this context, it's them being used as weapons, them being trapped to what they are. And man, it's just sad, man. It's really just sad. And once Denji traps her underwater, that
morning, Porky.
So once Denji traps her underwater, that In the Pool song plays, but it's like a remix. It's called In the Sea. And yeah, it's just showing how, like, wow, and this is how it had to end up. And it's just so sad. This is a sad movie, man. This is a sad movie. And just them sinking down to the sea, and she's not even really struggling. She's just kind of just like, she failed, and she knows that she failed in more ways than just her mission. She failed to get Denji too, and it's just awful. And then we have the beach scene. No, not that beach scene. Doesn't end up like that one. Yeah, all my people who know ball knowledge, you know. But it not like that. The beach scene where, you know, Rize, she's just completely out of it now. She's just like, wow, I failed completely. And she tries to act like, oh, I didn't feel anything for you. It was just all part of the act, a part of my training. All of it was fake. And then Denji calls her out. He was like, nah, I know even if it started out as an act, it turned out to be more, especially with that swimming lesson. Like, she didn't have to do all that. Like, she got Denji from the first time they hung out, bro. Like, she got him hook, line, and sinker. So everything else after that was really just her enjoying the moment, enjoying this little piece of freedom that she gets. Because you know, she wasn't getting no freedom in that training facility, that Black Widow project facility. She wasn't getting no training in that. She was getting no freedom in that. And you know, she acknowledges it. She even like hugs him. And then like feigns a kiss, but then she hits the classic anime neck knockout move or something like that. And it's just like, dang, man, these two would have really been good together. Like, they really complement each other because they're both kind of weirdos. They're both weirdos for sure. But they're the good kind of weirdos that are good for each other. And it's just so unfortunate that they just can't be together because they're both being controlled and they're both just pawns in other people's game that they don't even really want to play, but they just have to play it because they know nothing else but to play that game. And then we get to the sort of like the conclusion of the movie where Denji says she'll meet her at the cafe at the same time, and Rize has the flower, and she realizes it reminds her of the flower that Denji gave her in their initial meeting, and her true feelings get revealed. Like, yes, Rize truly did like her. I mean, please excuse me, truly did like Denji. She truly did. She truly had feelings for him, and that's why you see her trying to meet Denji, but unfortunately, the devil, Satan, Makima, comes and spoils the party with the angel devil. And in the final moments, she was like, you know what? Why didn't I kill you? Why didn't I kill you when I first had the chance? I don't even know why I didn't do it. Because obviously she don't care about collateral damage. we can see that she don't care about that. And then probably one of my favorite lines is, you know what, Denji? I didn't go to school either. Which contextualizes everything. It contextualizes everything. That she's just like Denji. Just that one sentence. It changes how you see the movie. You really understand, like, wow, these two, that week of them just hanging out, just being teenagers together, for as much as they possibly could be teenagers, normal teenagers, that was just like a moment of bliss for them, like a moment outside of all the stress and traumas and dangers that they had to deal with, all the terrible things they have to do. in order to survive in a world where they have no control over what they can and can't do. I know I keep saying it's sad, but man, it is sad. But it's so beautiful how they contextualize it and how that's why I wanted to watch it again, just to really understand what made those scenes and what made these scenes so important. My gosh. What made those scenes so important? In going back into the movie for a second time, knowing what I know, it just makes that pool scene so much more tragic and so much more beautiful, because you know what it means to these characters, especially Rize. All she knew was training. And yeah, she realized how similar to Denji she was. And poor Denji, I think he's a lot like a lot of people nowadays. Like, all he wanted is somebody he can truly connect with. I know he kind of plays it off as like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to fondle me some people, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to give me a little cute girl, you know what I'm saying? You know, he kind of plays it off as something shallow, but he really wants a deep connection with people. And that's why it's so easy for him to like somebody when they like him, because all he's ever known is people treating him like dirt, bro. So his standards are like rock bottom. He just wants somebody. Like, does anybody want Denji's heart, bro? I'm saying the same thing, man. I'm saying the same thing, man. And wow. It's just such an incredible film. And I can't say anything bad about it. I really can't. I really can't find the flaws in this movie. They have to be there. They have to be. I just can't point them out, man. My rose tinted glasses are too strong, bro. I just can't see it. Yeah, man. The Rize arc is the pinnacle of Chainsaw Man so far for me. It's the pinnacle. I think it made me truly a Chainsaw Man fan, because when I watched Chainsaw Man, like, originally, I was just like, oh yeah, this is pretty good, you know, animation's there, action's there, all that stuff. But I didn't really take it too seriously. But now, knowing that this is the bag that Chainsaw Man is working with, I'm gonna be very excited for future projects, and I really think y'all should be too, because this is amazing, especially with Studio Mappa. And I believe this is a new director, which I love how he directs this movie and how he directs Chainsaw Man, because it really just amplifies the original vision of the manga. Man, it's just so great. And I think story-wise, like I said, it's my favorite movie. Like, it beats out Sinners, it beats out Demon Slayer, Superman, all that. It's just that good. So overall, I think I have to give this movie a 10 out of 10, man. I think I just have to. Like, it's just, to the voice acting, to the music, to the story, to the, like, just everything. They did everything right. But let me know in the comments, what did you think about the movie? Let me know if I missed something, or if my assessment on one scene or another was incorrect or something like that. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I want to get a good conversation going, because I really do like talking about these stories. I really like talking and getting different perspectives, because y'all probably seen something that I didn't. And I love getting those different perspectives, because it just makes the movie that much better, and it makes me enjoy it so much more. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is my first little movie review.